3, 2, 1. White Claw Wednesday, episode 19.
19. All right. Okay, I need to get set up.
We got a mango pack today.
Cheers. Well, let's... Oh.
Ooh.
Cheers up, brother.
Actually kind of... There we go. Alrighty. So you said you had something you want to talk about. You had one thing on your mind.
I do, yeah, but I
What's
don't
up?
have it prepared. I need to get it
Well,
on
I
my
mean,
phone.
Do you have the base idea of it? Do you just have the general...
Yeah, I do, actually.
Say it, and then I'll run with it while you look up details.
You know, I just realized it says made pure on the
Made
White
pure.
Claw
Where does it say that?
cardboard right there, right above the claw. Anyways, okay, so...
Oh, yeah. 100 calories, gluten-free, 2 grams of carbs, made pure.
This is a post from Historic,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Instagram account.
Okay.
And they basically post things about the history, of course, if that
Gotcha.
wasn't clear.
Makes sense.
And this one, they were trying to like put it in perspective about like modern times and how like we think like this is so difficult. And,
like what we're going through right now?
and how everyone's like, oh, get through it, you know,
Yeah.
like, and it just makes you think. And I was reading it and I was like, holy shit,
Mm-hmm.
like this life that we have had
Yeah.
is so simple compared to, you know, a century ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what it reads. And it's quite long.
Okay.
For a small amount of perspective at this moment, imagine you were an American born in the 1900s or in 1900. When you are 14, World War I starts and ends on your 18th birthday with 22 million people killed. Later in the year, a Spanish flu epidemic hits the planet and runs until you're 20. 50 million people die from it in those 2 years. Yes, 50 million. When you're 29, the Great Depression begins. Unemployment hits 25%. Global GDP drops 27%. That runs until you're 33. The country nearly collapses along with the world economy. When you turn 39, World War II starts. You aren't even over the hill yet. When you're 41, the United States is fully pulled into World War II. Between your 39th and 45th birthday, 75 million people perish in the war, and the Holocaust kills 6 million. At 52, the Korean War starts, and 5 million people perish. At 64, the Vietnam War begins, and it doesn't end for many years. 4 million people die in that conflict. Approaching your 62nd birthday, you have the Cuban Missile Crisis, a tipping point in the Cold War. Life on our planet as we know it could have ended. Great leaders prevented that from happening. As you turn 75, the Vietnam War finally ends. Think of everyone on the planet born in 1900. How do you survive all of that? A kid in 1985 didn't think their 85-year-old grandparent understood how hard school was. Yet those grandparents, and now great-grandparents, survived through everything listed above. Perspective is an amazing art. Let's try and keep things in perspective. Let's be smart, help each other out, and we will get through all of this. In the history of the world, there has never been a storm that lasted. This too shall pass.
Very well read, Ryan. Is there an author on that?
You know what's so funny is right under that, it says author unknown. Because I would have totally given credit. But it did.
That's pretty long for an unknown author. Usually there's shorter quotes when it's unknown
You're right.
authors.
But it is on the Historic Instagram account. And I love this page.
Yeah.
So you guys should follow it and check out this post. And the picture is essentially a bunch of these kids in like rags. And I'm assuming it's from the Holocaust because they're like, you know, skeletons essentially.
Oh, yeah. I would assume that's examples of, starvation.
So, well, during the Holocaust. So, yeah, it puts things in perspective, man. I mean, it's hard when you're in this situation not to complain about things, you know? It's like, this really has like uprooted my life, you know? Like I'm back in Riverside.
Same.
And yeah, exactly. And
oh, dude.
And so it's hard, but put it in perspective,
Yeah.
people, and just think like
Couple
life's
things.
really easy.
Couple things.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Couple things. First off,
Are you gonna talk about school?
no, I was actually that was gonna be second. Nice. Good shit.
Damn, I hit the That was good accuracy.
First was actually going to be responding to that whole putting things into perspective idea.
Yeah.
When it comes to putting things into perspective, it's hard to do because of how when you're comparing different situations.
Okay. Continue.
It's hard to keep how worse it has been in perspective when our situation is so much different from then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Because we had but it kind of speaks on to putting it into perspective.
That's why it's
'cause
hard,
We
right?
have it so good.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why this is especially hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there were the Great Depression, World War II, all these things that made the world a scary place to live in and took so many lives. It was in a time when there wasn't 4 streaming services or, 3 Marvel movies set to come out this year, or all just like they're just we have or Coachella, just all this or NBA or fucking Eddie.
There was definitely
there's just so many things that we have it. We got so good at doing life, like kind of like maintaining life.
Yeah.
That we've built up all these different things.
Yeah.
And then something like pandemic, coronavirus happens. Yeah. And it's like, shit's really hit the fan because everything has to stop. Mm-hmm. Well, not everything, but everything changes in a way. Everything changes in a drastic way. And we lose stuff. We lose stuff that we're so used to having all the time.
I think.
Yeah, so it's.
I think what you're saying.
That's why it's
right
hard
now,
to put things into perspective, because back then they didn't have.
Well, that is
so that's
literally the essence of perspective is what you're describing. Because
there we go.
For us,
Sweet.
No, you did well, dude. Because for us, it's like we're just so used to all these things happening, like major sporting events, like iconic events, being able to travel like wherever you want, flying to Hawaii in 6 hours or whatever it may be. And sometimes it takes experiences where you are literally ripped out of that to have perspective on your situation, you know? And I can talk about one time where I went to, I think it was my sophomore year of college, my sophomore year summer. Me and a group of people raised money for the Global Brigades. Yeah.
Did college go by faster for you than high school did? Because for me, it kind of feels like it did.
I don't have a thought on that. I don't know.
Okay. Continue. Sophomore year of college.
That is a good question.
It is a good question.
Because I can't. I don't know. I had to think about it. So sophomore year of college, me and like a group of people, it's called like Global Brigades, and they had like a chapter at our school. And we all raised money to go to Nicaragua, where we like basically helped them with like medical supplies and like dental stuff. And there was like doctors there on site. And it like put things in perspective for me.
I remember when you did that trip. Yeah.
Yeah, because like these people are literally like either in the woods living in like the craziest conditions, like sheets of metal or like wood, just sort of stacked up, leaning on each other. And like a tarp as a door. Like it's crazy to see that thing visually. And even then, even when you have an experience like that, you don't understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
You don't understand. You understand that you don't have their perspective. That's what you understand.
Yeah, but you can't understand
their perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
I agree with you.
And I think that attests to what you were saying, where like you can't understand, the 1900s or whatever, because we didn't experience that.
Yeah, like I get, and I can put into perspective that it is way worse. Like, that it could be so much worse, and it has been so much worse. But at the same time, when you haven't gone through that, you can't actually really use it as a way to make yourself feel better about right now,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
A person who, let's say a Holocaust survivor is currently, rocking it right now in COVID-19 age, you know, they have this perspective of, they have something that is a lot worse than what's current.
They're probably partying right now, dude. They're probably,
part of a little
drinking up,
party of one.
Yeah, doing whatever they want to do, man. They're like, thinking about, this is nothing. You know?
This is whatever.
Like, guys, stop freaking out. All right,
come on. Okay, so jumping back to the whole college going by fast thing. So as I was saying in the last podcast, fall 2020 semester will be my final semester of college before I receive my bachelor's degree.
Congrats, bro.
I'm excited, but
although I take it back,
I'm not going back to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it was announced.
Why are you not going back?
Because the president sent out the email saying fall 2020 semester is going to be remote. Yeah, online.
So a lot of the Cal States, I guess, decided.
A lot of them are. Fullerton was the first one to announce it.
Yeah, decided that classes for the fall semester are going to be all online.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
Like what?
Because it's like I was in San Francisco I lived there for 7 months.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty much the same for me, though. I mean,
I get, but I mean, you were, that's true. But you were in East Bay for 4 years.
You're right. So it's like I was in the Bay Area.
In the area, yeah. But it's weird to be like knowing that I'm not going back. It feels weird, but it also feels right in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I'd only be going back for another 4 months.
Right.
So it's just in a way it kind of works out.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco is expensive to live in, so I can save money. But it kind of sucks because I lose the whole in-person experience, and I'll like.
Well, it's definitely different.
And I don't know when I'll see, like, I made like a lot of good friends in the 7 months I lived there. I had like a whole.
You had the crew.
It felt like it's so weird. It's like you have a whole version of yourself, like a whole life.
Yeah.
That now feels like it's, damn, that's like, it's
over.
Dude,
I was
it's like
thinking
done.
About it. I was thinking about it the other day. I was actually talking to Sam, my neighbor, and we were talking about his sister and how she just graduated.
Oh yeah, she just finished. Okay,
she just finished college.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, she's upset about it. Blah 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 blah. She's actually pretty upset about it. And I was like, yeah, I was
the whole thing going virtual. You mean?
Well, virtual plus like just not having graduation plus school just being like kind of ripped into this like online profile.
Yeah.
And it's like, think about it. Like, what if think of our senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And then think about if we all lived in like different states. And it was just like, it just happened so quick. It's like you're going through school and then like you get a few emails like, oh, we're thinking about moving things online, like blah, 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 blah. And then 1 week they're like, okay, we're all online, everyone. Everyone's online. We're going to finish the year online, but we're still planning graduation. And everyone's like, whoa, like this is crazy. They're texting and like, imagine like you're texting your friends.
Yeah.
And then the next week it's like, okay, it's a lot more serious now. We're closing the dorms and all of the campus is closed. No more facilities are going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you're texting your friends and you're like, whoa, like what's going on? And then you text one and you're like, oh, you're going home? Like you're going home this week? Oh, shit. And then you call your parents and they're like, oh, you got to get home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like everyone's just gone, Yeah. It's like imagine you're about to graduate university and then all of your friends go back home. And then you're like, holy shit, I need to go back home,
Dude, you're literally describing what happened to me.
Well, yeah, but...
No, no, but really. Like all my... Cause
that's what I'm saying,
all my roommates lived in Southern California and they were all going to go back because the original order was, oh, we're shutting down school, like we're going remote until like mid-April.
Right.
Go home for now, blah, blah, blah. So they're going home temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a work shift like the time they're leaving. So I go to work, and then literally while I'm at work, the email goes out that it's actually for the rest of the semester.
Yeah.
So just move out now if you can. And then
they basically kicked you out.
And then I'm moving out the next day, getting picked up by my mom.
Dude,
and
I remember we were playing Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah, and then I had a conversation. I talked to my mom on the phone. Yeah,
we were talking about it, and you're like, "Holy shit, man! Like, this is crazy.
I'm leaving tomorrow."
And then like for me, like you leaving, I was like. I looked at Amanda and I was like, Frank's moving. Like,
yeah, Frank's moving. Yeah,
crazy.
Frank's moving out.
Like,
yeah, he's moving out.
You know, like
I know, dude. I remember
it's so
that.
surreal.
It's
so surreal. And
I packed up in 3 hours too. I packed up 7 months of my life in 3 hours.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just insane.
I played when I read the long ass email from the president about fall 2020 being online. I played "Shot for Me" by Drake because it's about like being on top and like you know leaving everybody behind that you know and like it was just, I don't know, because I was just like thinking of all the people at SF State that I wasn't gonna see anymore.
Yeah,
you know, it was just like man, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I thought we had more time, but like we don't. Like and I was telling my parents I'm so happy that like I jumped headfirst into the acting thing because I got to make I got to make 6. I made 6 short films in the 7 months I was there. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, you had a pretty good one too. Like
and 2 of them were pretty high productions.
Actors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in, man. And like for me, it's like, my lease is up in July.
Oh yeah. I remember
talking
about that with you and Amanda.
And I'm online.
Looking at places, are you gonna? Here's what I was wondering.
What
are you going to stay in the Bay Area since you got the master's program, or is that's what you're doing, right?
Well, I mean, I still work there.
Yeah, you still work at McKesson, right? So you still have to get a place in San Francisco.
Well, yeah,
right,
but our thing is like, so right now.
But how long are you going to be doing this remote thing for McKesson?
This is
where you're getting.
This is like
where you're
the
going.
thing that's like. So for me, right, our lease is up in July.
Yeah.
July 1st, not July 31st.
Yeah, gotcha.
And right now, McKesson says, okay, we're work from home until September 1st. Like, I am work from home until September 1st.
Wow. That makes sense.
And I highly doubt that it's going to be, what's the opposite, the antonym for extended? Shortened. Whatever. I was trying to make it fancy, but shortened.
Yeah, shortened. I think that's the only word.
That is the right.
I think that's
there's no
word.
fancy extended.
I think
okay,
that's the only word I can come up with.
And so I doubt it's going to be shortened. So we're thinking, hey, let's just, bite the bullet, get a U-Haul, drive up, get our shit, drive back.
Oh man.
And put it in a storage unit. And then live here until this shit's over, and then we'll move back up. See, it's a tough situation because, for one, we have a good place right now, and believe it or not,
the place you have currently
we pay under $3,000, which is actually really good in San Francisco, believe it or not.
And the area you live in is pretty nice too.
And we are in a nice area. We love the place we live in. We do. And so that's what we're risking, right? We're risking
losing that great spot.
Plus, also, how hard is it going to be to get a place when we are down here and we need to go back up there?
Yeah.
Like, is all of this, us moving stuff back down here, getting a storage unit, then waiting to see how long we're really in quarantine, right? Because there's not like a definite, like, oh, you're going to save, $6,000, right?
Yeah.
So if potentially we go back in September saying, McKesson says, hey, you have to be
at work,
in September, then I'm saving $6,000, or Amanda and I are saving $6,000 together, because we would say July, August, and then September 1st, I got to go back. So it's really like a way of like pros and cons right now. Like, what the fuck do I do? So, so this is our plan. Our plan is to move out. Our plan is to get a storage unit here.
You don't want to. You do want to move out of the place you're in right now.
I mean, I don't.
The Twin Peaks place. You want to move out.
Don't want to, but I also don't want to spend rent when I don't need to.
When you don't need to,
right? Because if I don't need to go to work there,
and
there's no point in me going there because I'm not going to go outside.
Worst case scenario, you have to report Monday at McKesson in person come
September 1st, whatever day that is, yeah.
Are you just driving up and getting an Airbnb, hotel? What? Because it's like...
I mean, yeah, we could get an Airbnb for a week.
Because I totally understand what you're saying about...
It's hard to get housing there. It's hard to get housing.
Since your lease is ending in July 1st, and then you're supposed to go back to work on September, that's July and August.
That I'm saving in rent.
You're saving, like you said, $6,000 in rent.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for you to just drop that place, but
right.
And I think even in the scenario where you do go back in September and you don't have
that place might be back open.
You think it's still open in that scenario?
Are people moving in right now? I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, you move out 2 months later. I'm back. Can I get it back?
We were thinking about asking them, like, hey, can you hold it for us and we'll pay a reduced fee or something like that? Cause
that doesn't seem that crazy.
It doesn't, because right now it really is just a glorified storage unit.
Yeah, for real.
But I don't know. I mean,
I think if anything,
I don't think they're gonna go for it.
You don't.
They don't want to.
Have you tried it?
On us.
Have you tried it?
I haven't told them yet. Hopefully, they don't listen to the podcast.
Do they know about it?
Well, they don't know we're moving out at the end of our lease.
No, but do they know that you do a podcast with me?
I don't know.
Do they know?
They probably don't.
Yeah, I don't think they would know.
Unless they stalk me.
Did you ever tell them about me? Because I would come over a good amount. I would always wonder.
You haven't seen them?
No, wait. Yes, I did meet them.
You definitely met them
when the floor was flooding. Yeah, I met them when the floor was flooding.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. They seem nice.
No, they're great people, honestly, and we love the place.
I don't see what's like. I think before you make any major decisions, I would just maybe throw the idea at them, the whole reduce thing. Explain to them that, you have the September deadline, and then the lease is July, and you'd be like, well, I want to continue to live here because I'm working from home. And
but do you expect this quarantine to be extended?
I do.
And I do too.
And I'll tell you why.
That's why I don't want to roll the dice.
I think it's because people are going outside.
Yeah.
And states are lifting up the thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, fuck you, in terms of I don't want to stay at home. I'm tired of it. Which,
yeah.
At this point,
well, if you're a small business owner, I feel for you.
There's a lot of I feel for you scenarios.
Yeah.
But just because of that, I think it's gonna spike again in the fall.
In summer.
Well, in summer, I'm saying
after
the lockdown is gonna. Here's what I'm predicting. We're gonna kind of maintain through summer, through June and July.
Yeah.
And I think once we hit August, September, I think we're gonna we're gonna hit a peak. We're gonna hit a rise,
start coming back up.
It's gonna be another oh god, it's good, and it's gonna states are gonna come back to okay, we got to go back to the whole everybody back inside.
Yeah.
I think once right at the point of when we're about to hit double-digit months, we're gonna see a peak that makes the states who eased up say, okay, we got to go back.
Yeah,
because it's not. Yeah.
Well,
that's my prediction.
We're seeing it, and I mean, I'm just glad.
I hate to say it.
I don't know if this is gonna turn out that way. I don't know. I do think it will, but here's the thing. I'm just glad that we're not the test case. Thank you.
Oh, that we're
Governor
not.
Newsom.
Yeah, we're not
I don't want to open up right now.
Yeah, I mean,
let's let
some of the beaches,
Michigan
are open though. Beaches were open beaches have been open.
I literally guess what I did last night.
Multiple friends on Snapchat have had beach stories.
Daylight, what? With a group or what? Themselves?
Just shots of the beach. Just shots of the beach. I don't know. It's
I mean, if you're going to the beach, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest.
Dude, yeah. Oh, man.
Because, dude, they have the blue waves and stuff.
The only times I've really loved the beach is our trips to Newport. Those are really the only times I've loved the beach. Yeah, just the sand kind of pisses me off.
Guess what I did last night, Frank?
What's up?
Guess what I did?
Smoked weed? I don't know. What would you do?
No, but actually, I'll tell you a story. I went to the beach, dude.
You went to the beach yesterday?
I went to Newport last night.
You son of a bitch. Did you go to wait, hold on.
But I'll tell you something.
Wait, 1 second. Did you go to Newport to save someone? Never mind. Continue.
Good one, Frank.
Good one. Do you know that reference though?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Save someone in the middle of the night. Go to Newport in the middle of the night to save someone.
Oh, good one.
Run out to the dock, save someone.
Yeah.
Save two people actually.
I needed a little more context.
Okay. So you went to Newport last night.
I went to Newport last night because there's bioluminescent waves going on at night. And, okay, first of all, I will say this. Orange County is fucking crazy because they don't care. But the waves were totally worth it.
Yeah, they were. Okay.
And the beaches are technically open, so.
Yeah, true they are. I saw a picture in the newspaper.
They're amazing, dude.
Wearing face masks. I think it's like, isn't it like a law in California to wear face masks outside now?
I had a face mask. No one I saw had a face mask.
Oh, okay.
In fact, we were walking by people, and they like pulled their kids away from us because they probably thought we were sick because we had face masks.
That's what I'm beginning
How ironic is that?
Yeah,
I'm like, no. I'm not the problem here. You're the problem.
And do you realize that that's actually beneficial to us? The people who wear masks. What I'm saying, it's better to be a person wearing a mask scaring someone without a mask.
Yeah, you're right.
Than to be the other way around.
You're right. That's true.
You know? Because it's like, oh, thank you for doing the job for me, keeping yourself the fuck away from me. And I have this to protect my face.
Yep.
And it's one of those things where I remember when this shit first started hitting and the people were like, the doctors, I remember a doctor on Joe Rogan's podcast was like, masks don't matter.
They're not going to help.
Masks don't matter because the whole holes in it. And it's just like, yeah, okay, I get that. It's one of those things
I have
to me.
Talk about masks
it's one of those things to me. It's just like, it just doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
Well, here's the thing, Frank.
It doesn't hurt.
I will tell you why it could hurt, though.
It could hurt if you're a grimy ass mask guy. If you got grimy ass mask responsibilities, like you're fucking going to fill up gas and you grab the gas pump with your bare hand, and then you get back in.
Grab the gas pump.
Yeah, and then you get back in your car, and then to take off your mask, you take off your mask with the hand you just grabbed the gas pump in, and then you grab your mask, you put that hand inside of your mouth where your mouth goes. Then we're start. But here's the thing, Ryan.
Okay.
For people who aren't fucking stupid, masks don't really hurt because I have always been low key a germaphobe. Low key.
Bullshit. Get out of here. You have not been a germaphobe.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's low key. Because nobody knows unless I bring it up. I keep it low key. But there are things that really drive me insane. And
if one of your best friends doesn't know you're a germaphobe, that's like low key.
Okay, low key. So, but my point is, even as a low key germaphobe, I've always been kind of good about certain things. And when it comes to stuff that's going on my face, I always make sure it's never being exposed or touched to anything bad.
Yeah. Well, the important part is like, I don't know, think back to like when you're in, 6th grade science lab or 7th grade science lab, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you had to put on your little gloves and you had the mask on in your glasses.
That carried throughout all science classes.
And they tell you, hey, I'm just giving a reference. They tell you, hey, when you take off your gloves, you need to take them off this way so you don't actually use your hands to smear everything you were just touching with your gloves. When you take your mask off, you need to loop it with your ears. Take it off properly.
I do remember that.
It's the same thing.
Like, it's the same thing,
People don't understand that if you just like are fidgeting with your mask the entire time, it's counterproductive because you're actually putting it's like a false positive. It's a false sense of security when you have the mask on. You think, okay, like now I can touch it. I can do this. Like no, like you still can't touch your face. And when you do take your mask off, you need to take it off properly. Or else it is actually not beneficial.
I'm happy that we're talking on this because talking about masks because I have a little beef with Joe Rogan. Okay,
I have a beef with literally everyone. The public information on masks is so wishy-washy. Okay, can we just get a definitive answer?
Joe has been talking a lot of shit on people who wear their masks in the car. Okay,
and
I know Joe. I know you don't listen, but I can almost guarantee that I know there's someone listening to our podcast right now who also listens to Joe Rogan and knows about Joe Rogan's current stance about making fun of and claiming that people who wear their masks in their car are just completely stupid. Now, I get why he's saying that, and it's because when you're in your car with all your windows rolled up, you're fine. And yes, of course you are, Joe. But Joe, please take time to consider when I am out running errands, okay? I'm getting in and out of my car. I'm going to multiple places.
Yep.
I would much rather, you know what I would like to do? I would like to be in my home, wash my hands real nice, take my clean ass mask, put it on my face safely, and then keep it on my fucking face until I am back in my house from my grocery run, visiting multiple places, touching multiple things, and then I wash my hands again, and then I take my mask off. This is why you see people wearing their mask in the car, because it's people who are being careful and diligent about making sure that they're always putting on their mask.
Yeah.
And they're not fiddling with it, because if you just put it on, you leave it on. Does Spider-Man take off his mask every 5 minutes? He's swinging around the city. Does Batman take off his cowl?
You can't use that as
Yes, I can, Ryan. Yes, I can. Dire situations are here, Ryan. Sports are canceled. I can't go to the movie theaters. We have to start acting like fucking superheroes now and realize that when we suit up to go outside, putting on a fucking cowl, putting on the fucking mask, and we're keeping it on. And it's like, and I
feel you on that.
So
I feel you on that.
I wish Joe could hear this.
I feel you. I think his thing is like,
And Joe, we don't all have coronavirus tests ready to go on the daily to we're not all you, bro.
That?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, we don't have a doctor who we can afford to be next on our dick every day testing whether we're good.
He was doing that Sober October, and he's like, what was he doing? Oh, he was doing the all meat diet.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I feel great.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I get tested every week or something like that.
I
get tested I'm like, bro.
You got it. Joe,
nobody.
You can't lose touch. You can't lose touch with what it means to be a regular dude. The reason why people like you is because you're supposed, but you're losing that because you're losing a grip on what everybody has. I don't have access to a coronavirus test, so I leave my mask on. I play it safe.
Yeah,
But you know what? Enough.
And he
about
also
this.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, his point is like people need to wake up to the fact that they are not taking care of themselves, and so he's been saying, oh, I hope that if a person gets it, they'll recognize like, oh, I need to change my life. I need to change my life structure.
Oh yeah.
Because he's 50 and he's like freaking ripped.
Yeah. Okay,
it's ridiculous,
dude. I just recently heard he takes hormones.
Yeah, he takes testosterone.
Yeah, he takes that's what it is. Testosterone.
Yeah, I think he's sponsored by it.
Yeah,
I'm for sure gonna do that too. Are you kidding me?
Wait, I didn't even look at the camera.
Are you kidding me, dude? When you're 50 and you've lost all of your manhood, you're not gonna take testosterone? That's literally like.
Do I have to take it to get boners?
Some people do.
Okay, well we'll wait
or
till
you
that
could
day
take
comes.
Viagra.
Let's wait till that day comes. Let's wait till that day comes, okay, Ryan? Let's just, like I said.
My mind might change,
I'm
man.
I'm just going to wait and see, dude. I could be in a situation when all the testosterone has gone out of my body. I don't even need it anymore.
That's
true.
true.
It's like, I don't have any testosterone.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't need it. It's like, so but to me, here's what I hate the idea. I just don't like taking medicine. I don't like taking pills. I don't
mind it.
Supplements, this, that.
Supplements isn't medicine, FYI.
Okay, whatever, Ryan.
God, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Well, I'm sorry too, because I don't really know anything about this stuff.
Well, that was a total
I just
dick
don't
move.
like to do anything extra.
That was like a person who goes, actually, Frank, the supplements aren't medicine.
Remember in The Office, Oscar's known as Actually?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, the thing I like to really do to take care of my body is try to only drink water, with the exception of when Ryan and I record White Claw Wednesdays.
Well, technically, Frank. Wait.
No, we already discussed
Frank?
this. It's not water. It's nothing like water.
Don't think it's water. You're not hydrating from these.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I just don't like the So medicine.
I gotta show you a picture now that we're talking about the claws.
I mean, obviously, I'll take medicine if I have to save my life, but I try to avoid medicine.
Well, I'm all about the medicine because I take ibuprofen quite a bit.
Yeah, Ryan is a big ibuprofen guy. Advil.
I love it.
He always had a little bottle of Advil on.
Anytime I have a headache, just
always was popping Advil.
Dude, look at this.
Yeah.
All right. Check this picture out.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh wait, I can't hand you.
This is what I was talking about. This the
is what you saw.
the 0 grams of sugar.
This is the 70 calorie pineapple
70 calorie
White Claw.
There's a pineapple flavor.
This is the pineapple.
Bro, you know the flavor I saw? I saw clementine.
Dude, we got to get on that.
We do.
And also, guess what I saw? I saw a pure, a White Claw pure, meaning no flavor to it. And I was like,
just a hard seltzer.
Just a straight alcoholic hard seltzer, man. Seltzer. Get that shit in your body.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude,
nice, that's tight.
Maybe we'll graduate to those. You know, it's like you go from Coors to IPAs. It's like, I love the bite. You know, it's like mango to pure.
Yeah, mango to yeah. No,
my kids will be drinking mangoes, and I'm on the pure. Like, oh, you kids are pussies.
And then those are 3.75% alcohol.
The pure ones or the 70 calorie ones?
The one you were just showing me. The 70 calories.
Yeah. I was debating,
which was the reason that kept me from getting it, because I got pissed. I was like, oh, less alcohol. Ugh. You know, but
that's also clementine flavored, and that's not as attractive.
I like the fact that they have.
What does clementine
they're bringing
taste
in
like?
Other flavors.
Me too. I do.
Yeah,
I do too.
I think that's cool. Well, here's what's funny is the tangerine flavor. I swear to God, tangerine's the same thing as a clementine. But I'm definitely wrong on that. I apologize. I know I'm wrong. Tangerines are bigger. Tangerines are like giant oranges, and clementines are like tiny oranges.
They're like the cuties, right? Clementines
clementines are cuties. Yeah. But
if you don't know what cuties are,
aren't tangerines giant oranges?
Tangerines giant oranges?
Aren't tangerines giant oranges, like bigger oranges?
Tangerines?
Tangerines, yes, you're hearing
Frank,
me right.
I have a tangerine tree here. They're small oranges, actually.
So tangerines and clementines are the same thing?
No, because clementines are super small.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Sorry, so I wish I could
So it goes orange to tangerine to clementine.
Yeah. I always call them cuties.
Yeah, no, I call them cuties too, because that's what they're
man.
sold at that's what they're called at like Stater Brothers when they're sold at Stater Brothers.
Did you think that tangerines were bigger than an orange? Because last week,
in my head,
I'm going to quote you right now.
Yeah.
You said whenever I did tangerine, I one-shot it. And I can't one-shot an orange, so how the fuck can you one-shot something bigger than an orange?
I think if our listeners are listening, and then if you listen back, I'm pretty sure what I did was I started out saying like, wait, tangerine and clementines are both the same thing. They're both mini oranges. I said it.
Technically, yes.
And then I was like, White Claw wouldn't have two flavors with two different names that are technically the same flavor. Yeah. So then I kind of backpedaled and I said, oh, no, wait. Tangerines are totally different. They're the giant orange. So I kind of started making up a story in my own head to try to justify a White Claw for making two flavors out of fucking one fruit.
That is hilarious, man.
Out here fucking... I knew there was another reason why I didn't buy that.
What did you want to talk about today?
Okay, I did want to talk about that. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I just want to say that right now. And it's like, I've been watching The Last Dance.
The Last Dance?
And The Last Dance just finished on Sunday. It's just finished on Sunday. I'm talking like I'm in the future.
That's a documentary.
Talking like I'm in the future, because you're hearing this on Wednesday. Yeah. Episodes 9 and 10 just aired on Sunday. And I gotta say that I don't know why people are out here calling. Okay. For me, greatest of all time is about winning at the highest level. Okay. Jordan won 6 championships.
Yes, he did.
Do you know how many championships Jordan was in, Ryan? You know how many he played in?
I don't know that answer. Is it 6?
It is.
That is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone made it to more championships than him?
Yeah. Okay. Bill Russell has 11 championships.
No.
Yeah, he does. He
has 11 rings or 11 championship appearances?
11 rings. Bill Russell has 11 rings.
What the fuck,
I don't
bro?
really understand why Bill Russell isn't given the go.
Leave him out of like the trifecta of LeBron.
I don't know why. I don't really
Kobe,
know why.
And then on the chair is like MJ with his like rings right here.
I don't know why.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm just gonna look at Bill Russell final appearances.
Dude, just
to see if he's lost some finals.
I feel
because he has 11
by
rings.
Bleacher Report.
Okay, so yeah,
they're my news outlet.
He's been in the finals 12 times. He's
won 11,
and he's won 11. And immediately underneath him is Michael Jordan. Okay, and he's 6 for 6. And immediately underneath him is Magic Johnson, who's 5 for 9. And then immediately under him is Tim Duncan, who's 5 for 6. Now, like I said, going back, okay, so Jordan is the GOAT, and I think he's the GOAT because he was the leader of his team in 6 finals. But he was
also like the major player, you know?
Yeah, no, but
go ahead, I'll let you talk about.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying, though. Is he's the major player of his team,
like,
and
MJ was winning that game.
That's what I'm saying, Ryan.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, perfect, because he's like the dude goes to 6. He goes to the top level 6 times, and he never lets anybody beat him.
Yeah,
and he averaged, I think, 29 points in the finals over all the 6 of his wins. And in his third, and that's the other thing. He all 6 of his finals are three-peats. So he goes 91, 90.
Frank's getting real handsy right now.
I'm getting handsy.
You got to watch on YouTube.
He goes 91,
real serious.
92, 93. 3 finals.
Okay.
He goes to try baseball. That doesn't
work out.
Pop
but still
comes back to basketball. Okay. He comes back he misses a whole season, and then he comes back partway through the partway through the 94-95 season. And they go to the playoffs in 95. He played a game. He comes back as 45, plays shitty, and he switches his number, which is honestly kind of baller. But they lose that year because they have Michael in half Michael. Like, he comes back for part of the season, out of shape, blah, blah, blah. They still make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
They lose. I think they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, because baseball, you don't really have to be.
It's a whole different kind of shape.
Yeah.
But then he comes back.
You want girth.
His next full season. Okay. Wins the championship. 96.
Yep.
So he got 91, 92, 93, and then 96, 97, 98. So the 6 times he's in the NBA Finals, he never loses. And the series where he averaged the most points, he averaged 41 points a game in his 3rd Finals win in 93.
Yeah.
Against, guess who? The Phoenix Suns.
The Suns. I was going to say Suns.
And it's their one finals appearance. Charles Barkley was the leader of the Suns.
Of course he was.
He was the 93 MVP. And Jordan in the documentary is like, yeah, I deserved MVP. And I was fucking pissed. So, yeah, I wasn't going to lose.
Probably.
And that is... and
they give out MVP before
the finals happens, yeah. And that is...
They do, huh?
Well, I don't know if they do now, but back then they did.
Because, no, now they announce it at the same time.
Do they still do
now.
Do they do it now?
They do finals MVP, and then they do
No,
MVP
they do
well.
regular season MVP before they play in finals. That's what I'm saying. Charles Barkley was the regular season MVP of the 92-93 season.
Do they do that now?
I don't know if they do that now. But he was the regular season MVP of the 92-93 season. Jordan was pissed.
That's probably why they stopped it.
And that's like, but that's just right there. That's why he's the greatest, you know?
He is
because let me
definitely the greatest.
Let me look up. Let's see, 2015 NBA.
Here's my thing with Jordan.
Yep. Okay.
I didn't watch him play.
Okay. Big point right here. Big point.
Go ahead.
First championship by the Warriors in 2015. They won.
Yeah.
The 2015 regular season MVP was Stephen Curry. So he won the regular season MVP
Yep.
the year he won the finals.
Yeah.
Guess who he beat in the finals? LeBron James.
Okay.
But you see where I'm going with this.
That's incredible. Yeah, I get you.
Because Michael Jordan
the MVP wins the championship.
Because everyone's like, oh, who's better, Steph or LeBron?
Yeah.
Well, Steph won the MVP. LeBron's like, oh, he took the MVP from me.
Yeah.
He loses the finals. Jordan. Who's better, Barkley or Jordan this year? Who deserved the MVP? Barkley has it. Jordan's like, fuck that guy. I deserve MVP. Drops 41 fucking points in the finals. Averages 41 points in the finals. Beats him.
Yep.
Charles Barkley still hates Jordan to this day. He's recently interviewed about The Last Dance, and he says, yeah, I'm not that the beef with Jordan, it's not over. It's never going to end. Like, that's how hard, like, Charles Barkley felt like he was, like, that was his year. They should have won, you know? What's crazy about that series?
Did he never win a championship?
Never won a championship. The Suns have never won a championship.
That was
Charles
their one.
Barkley. He's never won a championship. And
He's
that's
the
Suns'
guy
only
in TNT, right?
Yeah, he's the guy on TNT, yeah. He's never won a championship, and that was his one appearance.
Hilarious.
And that was his one appearance. And it was the season where he won the MVP. That was his season when he was on top. That was the season he was supposed to do it. And Jordan, nope, because he's the GOAT.
Fuck out of here.
6 for 6.
That is
6
incredible.
for 6.
That is incredible.
Even Brady has 6 rings, and he took 9 tries. So it's just like,
okay, this is what I want to see.
He's the GOAT. It's like LeBron has been to so many finals, and he's lost so many finals.
Let me ask you this.
He can't put it on his back and take it like Jordan can.
How did the Bulls do the season that Jordan left? Tell me that. Do you know?
They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Magic.
See, this is my problem.
But right there, bro, right there.
What?
Right,
What?
That's what I'm saying. As soon, you go 3, you get 3 championships in a row. Jordan leaves your team. The next season, you lose right before this next stage of competing for the championship.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Evidence
LeBron left the Cavs, and they were last place for the entire season.
Oh yeah, you mean like they nosedived? Yeah.
So you got to weigh your team effort there, and it's like, yeah, it's the Jordan show for sure. It was the Jordan show because he was making 40 points. You said 40 points.
Yeah,
per game.
In his third finals, he averaged
which is
41
incredible.
per game, yeah.
Which is incredible, especially at that caliber.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you do have a support staff, if you will, and it's kind of like the Raptors, right? Like the Raptors are still a killer team right now, even without Kawhi or DeRozan. Like they're still a killer team, So it wasn't, even though last year it really was the Kawhi show,
I'm glad you mentioned this, Ryan, because I have an argument for this.
I love arguments, Frank.
I have a counter for this. Because I get what you're saying about Jordan had great teammates. And that was what was that he had such a good team around him that
he
allowed
might not have
him.
Had star players, but they worked as
he
a
did.
good
He
team,
did.
right? Yeah,
He did. Can't throw any disrespect to Scottie Pippen. But here's my point, though. Sure, he had a great fucking team. Every team that wins a championship is great, even if they have a team, even if they have one player who's better than everybody. But another reason why I see Jordan over LeBron as the GOAT is because LeBron played 4 seasons with the Miami Heat. Okay? That was 4 seasons.
I thought it was 3.
No, he played 4 seasons.
He won.
He played 4 seasons with
3
him.
there.
He signed a 5-year deal, played 4 seasons with him, got traded before the 5th one.
Right.
And he went 2 for 4 in championships. He went to the finals all 4 years with the Heat, and he only won 2 out of 4 times.
But he had
every year he had his own Dennis Rodman and he had his own Scottie Pippen, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Every year,
the big 3.
Bro, that Miami Heat team was stacked, and they lost to JJ Barea, Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki, and the Mavs in 2011.
Don't disrespect Nowitzki like that.
I'm not disrespecting. I'm just simply providing you the fact that LeBron was with his times with the Cavs, his early times with the Cavs, his early final appearance with the Cavs. That was a struggle. He was the only player. His win with the Cavs in 2016, he had Kevin Love and Kyrie. His loss to the Warriors multiple times in the finals with the Cavs, he had some injuries that on his team that held him down. But those 4 years with the Heat, that team was so fucking prime. Yeah. And they went 2 for 4.
I get you.
And Jordan had prime all finals, and he went 6 for 6.
Yep.
So it's just like, I hate to say it, buddy, but Jordan's the GOAT. And even ESPN recently, a couple weeks ago, ESPN released a top 10 NBA players of all time. Michael Jordan, number 1. LeBron James, number 2.
Do you think?
There you go.
I hate to compare timelines because
and here's the thing. I love LeBron. I follow him on Instagram. I love watching him. He's a great fucking player.
Too.
But I can't argue with the facts when it comes down, when you're at the final ring. Because I'm all about Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last, There
we go.
Championship. It's all about the champ. It's all about the ring.
Frank, here's my thing.
Sorry, I'm very passionate about
this. No. I agree with you after the argument you made. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. I can't validate it. Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because I've never seen Jordan play.
Well, you got to watch this documentary.
I can't remember him play. Let's put it that way.
Ryan.
I can remember Kobe play, and obviously I can remember
After this weekend? I mean, the guests are going to be listening to it on Wednesday, but, this Sunday is when, episode 9 and 10. So you got to watch this documentary series. If you watch this documentary series, you will be texting me saying, "Oh my God, Frank, I can't believe people think LeBron is better than Jordan." Like, you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
No, I don't think LeBron's better than Jordan.
No, but you'll be texting me saying, "I can't believe people think that."
Oh, but what I was going to say is, do you think that, and I hate to compare timelines because I know Jordan was like the 90s / early 2000s.
Late 80s, all of 90s, early 2000s.
And he wasn't.
That's his career.
He was on the Wizards in 2000.
Early
right?
2000,
Yeah. So I hate to compare timelines because it's like, there's overlap there. Like Kobe played with Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was one of the intros of one of the episodes was their first game together. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that times have changed and the game has gotten more competitive in a sense where the caliber of player is higher? Because, to be honest, and I don't want to throw that out there as like a counter argument because, again, like I'm really not arguing a side here, but I do think that the caliber of player has gotten higher. And that is with all sports.
Yeah.
Every sport. It's like you see, like back in the 90s, you had, and I'm going to give a soccer reference here, Maradona, right?
Yeah.
He was like the Argentine. He was like the freaking machine. He was the legend. Mm-hmm. And now you come to like the 2000s and 2010. What time are we at?
We're at 50.
Okay. Anyways, now Maradona is like struggling with his life. He it's come out that he was on cocaine like the entire time that he was a soccer player.
Yeah.
And then you have people like fucking Cristiano Ronaldo, who is a machine, man, who is so mentally stable that you could not break this motherfucker no matter what you did.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you went on him, he would stay firm and he'd be like, I got to work out. Yeah. Like, I'm not having that cookie. I don't know, whatever he does.
Brian, how much do you have on your third?
I just started this one, to be honest.
You just started? Okay. Well, I'll crack a third. Should I crack a third?
Yeah, crack a third, bro. I'm going to have to get a new pack anyways. And so I'm comparing it to soccer, but I know for a fact that it resonates with all sports, or it transfers to all sports. And so is that a counter argument? I don't know, because there's overlap there.
It kind of is.
There is overlap there.
It kind of is a counter argument.
But it's like with soccer, it's like you hear stories of Arsenal.
But
is there one more in there?
There's two more in there. I don't know if it is a counter argument though, because
but the average caliber of player has improved, Frank.
Yeah, it has.
Dieting, nutrition has all improved.
Yeah, no, it has.
Sports therapy, all these people that these teams bring in, and they're like, okay, we need to improve all this background stuff, which will improve us on the court.
But at the same time, Ryan, 6 for 6, man. Like it's
incredible.
I gotta go back
You're
to
right.
that.
It's incredible
because there were like moments that's 6 championship level teams that were never able to best Michael Jordan. Everybody has lost in the finals except for Michael Jordan.
Okay, but now we're getting in.
Well, actually, is that true or not? Because that's probably not true because there are some like random ass players who are probably have only been in one finals and won.
Yeah. But those are the people that like get traded or whatever.
Yeah. So, but
here's the question.
This is what
what is the definition of the GOAT, man? Like, are you defining the GOAT as you get to a championship and you win that shit? I'm okay with that definition.
I think GOAT is the most clutch, and I think you rate clutch on when you're at the final stage. When you're in the
right?
Yeah, consistency in the final stage.
Right.
All you just jump to the final stage because there's a whole path to get to the final stage.
You want to hand me one of those?
That is, you want a fourth?
Yes, I do.
There's a whole path to the final stage that's riddled with all these obstacles. So you just need to judge off the final stage, and you just see how they did in there. Then that's what I think.
I'm okay with that definition, man.
You know, like
I would
be comfortable in saying. You know what I would be comfortable. This is. Let me compare it. Let me put it into a modern, current 2020 comparison. Warzone on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Warzone is a popular battle royale. Warzone solo matches. Yeah. I'm putting my money on whoever right now has the most solo Warzone wins. Legitimate wins without cheating. Solo Warzone wins. Whoever has the most is the GOAT of Warzone.
There's solo queue?
Yeah, there's a solo queue. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
You're beating 149 players.
I guess you do get the gulag, but
still, you're beating 149 players.
Okay, now I want to test your consistency.
But Ryan, the person who has the most solo wins,
I agree.
I will give them the GOAT of Warzone.
I would bet that on them any day.
And that's I'm trying to establish this metaphor. It's like there's a way to just judge greatness, and it's how many final stages do you have?
Let me test you right now. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 81-point game, I believe that's what it was, 80 points or something like that.
Well, Kobe had 81.
What did Kareem have? 100.
Wilt Chamberlain had 100 points.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you,
my
basketball expert. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain's 100 or Kobe's 80? Now I'm testing you.
Which one's more impressive?
Which one is more impressive?
Kobe's.
You see,
Kobe's for sure. But it's because I've seen highlights of Wilt playing.
Yeah.
He literally looked like another type of he looked like he kind of came from another planet. Like he looked so much bigger than everybody else. He just towered over everybody else that it was like, oh, who's that guy who's better than everybody else? Who's that guy who's meant to play? Like, it's just like he was so big that it was just like 100 points for him is like, imagine me lowering a hoop down to 7 feet. I'm 6'3", and I'm just dunking on it standing up. And I'm playing against a bunch of 5-foot little kids.
Okay,
that's what it looked like. So what I'm saying is Kobe scoring 81 is more impressive than Wilt scoring 100 because of the situation Kobe was in.
But also the caliber of player. No?
Yeah, no, that too. Well, but that speaks to what I'm saying about everybody being smaller than Wilt. Because if you took Wilt and then put him now, there'd be people who could size up against him. Not necessarily in height, but in like weight.
I think
big.
Yeah,
and
I think
muscle.
it's hard to be consistent with rating players and this and that, because for MJ it's like he went 6 for 6, right? But at the same time, it's like, is the caliber of player higher than it was back then? I don't know if it was that much higher. Like, I don't know if it's that much higher today where a person cannot go 6 for 6. And if they did, would they be rated much higher? Yes, they would.
And that's what I'm saying, Ryan. That's what I'm saying. It's a bar that's been set. There's a bar that has been set of someone going undefeated in the finals.
I think you've convinced me, man. I always said Kobe because rest in peace.
But he lost in the finals.
He lost multiple times in the finals. So to the Celtics, man. That was some tough years for me.
So it's just this is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I loved that rivalry, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, so
Jacob
actually hit me with some things he wanted us to chat about.
Seriously?
Yeah, so let's
dude, I'm
get
so
to these real
excited.
quick.
Multiple?
Yeah, a couple things. Okay, so
are we quick firing these? What time are we at?
We're at 57.
Yeah, we should have opened with this, dude.
Nah, it's okay. We can spend some time on it.
Okay,
so really quickly, he asked me to talk about my dream director for the movie to work with, for me to be directed by someone.
Yeah,
and it's Quentin Tarantino. And it's because
what is the? Give a quick summary of your storyline. Well,
my reason for wanting to work with Quentin Tarantino is because all his movies I love, but not only that, he's so specific in the way you have to say his words. He doesn't like improv.
So this is like inside knowledge that you know from like watching videos.
Well, this is just watching videos and just like kind of the talk of the town is that Quentin Tarantino,
the talk of Hollywood.
He doesn't fuck with improv. Like, his movies are his vision. Like he's writing the script. Those are the words that are being said. He's telling everyone how to do everything, and it's him. And I love that idea. I love the fact that there's someone who's totally in control of something, and is just because improv's fun, but I like having something that's concrete and it's set in stone. As being the few times I've been on set.
The question was, who would you want directing your script?
No. Who would be my dream director just to act with?
I see.
Yeah, just to be directed by. And it's Quentin
I
Tarantino.
see.
He's the reason why I'm going after this whole dream of acting. And it's because
Oh, really?
he's apparently only going to make one more movie. And I'm trying to audition. So, he just released his 9th movie, so he's got to spend some time writing it. And with this whole quarantine thing going on, he's probably doing nothing but writing. So, if I can, shooting for the moon. But next topic is something about an animal.
You're not going to let me respond to that?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, but do you have anything to say?
I did, but it kind of slipped my mind.
When you think of a Quentin Tarantino movie, what's the movie that pops into your head that you've seen that you like?
Django.
Okay, no, good choice. That's my favorite
No,
one.
it's hard because I was going through Transformers, but I was like, I'm not going to say Transformers right now.
He's not directed it. She's never directed a Transformers.
He hasn't directed Transformers?
Ryan, no. Oh,
that's
bad, if anybody's listening right now, Ryan just thought that Quentin Tarantino directed a Transformers movie. So,
you know what?
If you know anything, you know how funny that is.
Okay,
Like if you know anything
first of all,
that is really funny.
It's hilarious.
That's
for
really
sure. You guys can laugh at me, but also
really
I didn't major
funny.
in film. But here's the thing: I actually learned
Yeah.
today what M. Night Shyamalan looked like.
You never knew what he looked like?
No. In fact, any of these directors that I'm like, I
you
love
hear their
Christopher
name.
Nolan.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I can't picture that fucker. I can't. I don't know what he looks like.
That's totally fine because you're not into the film stuff. So it's like it's just name.
Right.
Because if you're not in
Wait,
if you're
who
not
directed-
into film,
Who directed Transformers?
then you just know the movies by their name. Michael Bay. And by the way, Ryan, by the way, Michael Bay is a universally shit on director.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
If you like movies and you like film, you shit on Michael Bay.
Well, Michael Bay is the type of director that you go to a movie knowing exactly what you're about to watch. And I've told you this before. It's like, I love Transformers. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go to the theater and I'm going to see a bunch of action and explosions and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to not talk about the story and I'm just going to enjoy it, okay? I don't care about the storyline. I just want to see the action, okay?
See, this is why Transformers does well at the box office because a lot of people have this attitude of like, I don't give a fuck.
No, but the thing is, a lot of people do have the attitude of, hey, I know I'm about to see a Transformers film, but after the film, I'm going to judge it really hard. Like, guys, the story is not going anywhere. Yeah. Just accept it.
But you realize, Ryan, there are also a lot of people who aren't really thinking of it like you're thinking of it. They're thinking of it like, I don't
understand
this is good. Like, you at least understand, like, why you're enjoying it. Yeah, but they just watch it and be like, yeah, this is good.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like Jack Reacher. It's like, it's like, I'm going in, I'm like, I haven't, like, I don't know what the fuck the storyline is. Like, I'm just going to go in and they're going to get me on board.
Like, did you see Aquaman?
Yeah, I did.
I thought that movie was pretty stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was super successful.
I liked it, dude.
Furious 7? Fast and Furious 7? A car is driving through a window into another building. Mm-hmm. People like stupid stuff. And most of the people, I don't think, realize what they're watching is stupid. And that's okay.
And I resonate with that,
That's okay. Because let me tell you, if I get offered a job in Furious 11, I'm taking it.
You're taking that shit.
I'm taking it.
And guess who's watching it?
Ryan.
Me.
All right, continue. And if I get offered the reboot of Transformers, I'm also taking it.
Continue.
The next thing is, so if you could choose one animal on the planet that could speak and understand English, what would it be and why? This is a good closer because that's his second thing. Oh. So one animal that could speak and understand English. I already have my answer. It pops in my head.
A follow-up question, and you can deny this question.
Yeah, okay.
Are they smarter because of it, or are they just as stupid?
I think the only thing that changes is that they can speak and understand English. That's all that changes. Nothing about like what they want to do. Like they still want to do the same thing. Like if they're a cat, they still want to sleep 18 hours a day. You know, if they're a panda, they still want to eat bamboo. Like the base, like the animal stuff doesn't change. All that changes is that they can chat with you and you can tell them what's good and and they can understand what you're saying. Like it'd be
but
like
their reply might just be
because it'd be here's an example. It'd be like, like I just died at that video game. Like I just failed a level, and then they could be like, whatever. I'm just enjoy some bamboo. Like, what's your bamboo, man? Like, enjoy your bamboo. Because I don't know if I'm giving away, but mine would be panda bears. Because I would do pandas.
That's a damn good answer.
Because I think pandas are so cute and cuddly, and I want to hang out with them. But I know they're very kind of vicious and can kill you. So I think if I could just, have a conversation with them for a little bit, I could convince them to just, cuddle and hang out with me.
Dude, that is so crazy now I'm thinking about it, man.
Picking an animal to be able to...
I'm just thinking of, like, the branch of evolution where just, like, you get, like, a grizzly that comes out of, like, this side. And then you get a fucking panda bear that comes out of this side.
And then a polar bear that comes out of this side.
And then a polar bear, which is, like, my middle finger.
Yeah.
And you get one that's, like... totally into just eating bamboo all day. Mm-hmm. And then you get one that kills whatever's in sight and eats berries, I guess. Yeah. And then a polar bear, which is...
Grabbing fish. Grabbing fish out of the water.
Straight fish, right? I was going to say meat.
Mostly fish. Okay, Ryan, do you consider...
nothing in there, right? There's nothing in there.
But wait, hold on. You got to say your animal right now before we debate whether or not fish is a meat.
Okay, honestly, this is... You might think this is stupid. Okay?
It's all good.
Because I asked that question, you said no. I'm going chimpanzee, man. I want to talk to my brethren. I want to see what the fuck they think about us.
I kind of like that. I like that idea.
If
you could do a lot with
advice from something that's like kind of like lower than you, that's kind of a little more stupid.
Yeah.
And they're telling you, and you're like, oh wow, that makes sense. Like, you gotta change. You gotta change that. And so if they have the perspective about humanity, and they're like, bro, you guys are like kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, why do you do this? Like, why do you do that? And you can't explain it to him. You might need to change the way what you do.
You could do the most with that, with having, chimpanzees and monkeys being able to speak English and understand English, or just understand language and speak language, because I think you could do the most of that because they're the most like us,
They're similar, but at the same time, they have a different perspective in a sense where we're not humans.
I'm just saying you could do tasks together.
Exactly.
Like you could play video games together, or you could play basketball together. You could swim together.
Well, we're assuming they're as stupid as they are, though, right?
Yeah, no, but here's what I'm saying. But they still have the thumbs and stuff. Like they're capable to do stuff that humans can only do. Like a panda bear couldn't fit on a roller coaster, but you could tell a monkey and be like, dude, we're going to go really fast. We're totally safe. It's really fun.
Lock in your
And then
chill.
he'll be like, that sounds great. Yeah. And then he's fitting into the seat.
I totally get you.
So, yeah, you could do that. That's a good choice. Really quickly, is fish a meat? I think it is because it's breathing and it's alive.
100%.
And you kill it and you eat it.
I mean, what is our definition of meat?
Because I think, to me, my definition of meat is flesh of a living thing. Right?
I would consider meat fish, yeah. Or fish meat.
Yeah, living
vice
thing.
Versa.
Yeah. The substance, the substance that makes up a living thing, the meat of the substance.
Well,
it's the meat of the sandwich. It's the meat of the substance.
Because
unless meat has a scientific definition that means everything
now you're
but
talking
fish.
About anything that's living, which is like plants, right? I mean, technically they're living, right?
They are living and breathing. That is true.
Anything that has eyes. That's what I like to
Are there fish that you could eat without eyes?
Doubt it, dude.
Octopus have eyes.
Octopus definitely have eyes, bro. Don't try to throw that at me. Yeah.
Shit.
By the way, calamari, which is octopus, right? Delicious.
I love calamari. I love seafood. I love all food. God, food is so good.
Here's my thought on.
Here, you know what?
God damn it, dude.
Man.
We gotta. We need to have extra episodes.
Fuck it, just keep going.
This is my thing.
just keep it running, dude. I still got the third.
If you guys have made it this far, please let us know because we want to know if people actually get this far. YouTube gives us some analytics, but I don't really pay attention.
We got that random comment from Logan on our last video.
Logan, shout out to you, man. I know you're a Russian
Logan.
bot, but
God, I hope you're watching this video, Logan. God,
listen, we want to know if you guys are getting this far because if you're not, then we got to cap it, right? We want to save the good content for another episode.
Yeah, but
Frank, here's the thing. We could keep going. I could do this all day,
See,
bro.
And this is exactly why I don't think we should be afraid to run over. Is because we can do it all day. We can just continue to just pull content out of our ass.
It's, dude, you said
I love
it perfect.
calling it content. Making content.
This is not content, people.
Content is a lot of things.
You're right.
Just like with meat, it's very
it falls
broad.
under the umbrella of content, but like we're like one of these corner cases over here.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you've made it this far, let us know. Under an hour, over an hour, because we would we would love to go more than an hour. But we don't have to.
Joe goes for 3 hours.
Because we like to hang out and stuff like that. But here's the thing.
And I can talk to Ryan forever.
Especially if we have three or four White Claws. Especially if we're
drinking White Claws, yeah.
Okay, back to the subject at hand. For fish and meat, and I'm going to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
But, people often think, oh, okay, climate change, like blah, 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 blah. The answer is people need to stop eating meat. People need to stop.
Because of the whole cows farting, bad for the environment, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
I get you. Here's the thing. This is what I think. Yeah. I know what you're about to say. How the fuck do we do that? There's no answer.
How the fuck do we do that?
And that's the point. Listen, people love their meat, okay? You're not going to change that.
Yeah, there's too many people.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you make them feel bad, they will just neglect it, right?
Yes.
And I'm one of those people.
Because Chick-fil-A tastes good.
Well, chicken's not really a problem. It's the meat, it's the beef, right? But here's the thing.
Even there, Ryan, I lived by a McDonald's for 7 months. God damn, I killed some cows.
God damn it, Frank, I hate McDonald's.
Damn, I killed some cows.
Listen, I think the solution is in modern technology or modern innovation rather than convincing people that they need to eat only vegetables. Because, by the way, if everyone was eating vegetables, we would have a problem. Like, we would have a big problem in terms of, like, think about it. A cow could fit on this table right here.
Yeah. Like, how many cows
How many carrots could fit on this fucking table, bro? I don't know, man. I'm not a farmer, but maybe if you maximum capacity it, maybe 20, right?
Yeah.
Dude, if I had a whole cow in my freezer versus 20 carrots, how long is that going to last me, man?
An entire cow. Way longer than the carrots.
And here's I hate to be mean because I really do respect vegetarians and I do respect people who make the decision for climate change. Mm-hmm. Like I do respect that, and I respect vegetarians in general for making that decision. But it's not realistic for everyone to do. Like what we should be doing, rather than advocating for your friends to go vegetarian, is rather advocate, oh, hey, maybe we should put some legislation in place saying, hey, we need to fund some programs to think of better ways to negate the carbon emissions for meat processing, right? Whether that's one of the great options right now is if you feed a cow some seaweed, I don't remember the numbers right now, but it's somewhere close to like 90% of their emissions are gone. As in, if you feed them a small percentage of seaweed, that seaweed is processed in their belly and it counteracts the wheat processing where it creates methane and carbon dioxide. Yeah. And their emissions go way down. Like, we need to figure out whether we can farm that or we need to figure out how we can mass produce that. I don't know. But if we're asking people to, do this and do that, that really isn't the solution. And it's the same thing when it goes to all of the plastic in the ocean, right? Yeah. You have this ocean cleanup, which you guys should check it out. They're doing great things. They're not people stopping use of plastic, right? Mm-hmm. And like, I'm a person that recycles. I'm a person that doesn't like to use plastic when I can. Like, I have grocery bags, in my car. It's not people. The people that make a difference, the things that make the difference are people innovating, not people taking the extra step saying, hey, I'm going to do this instead of that. It's the people that create the innovations. It's the people that use the technology. Like this ocean cleanup guy, he's from the Netherlands. He creates these massive machines, and they just collect plastic in the ocean, and they're just floating with the current, and they're picking up tons in pounds of plastic. That is how we fix everything that we've screwed up in the past. It's not by saying, hey, you shouldn't be using that straw, you shouldn't be doing this, which, by the way, I don't use straws. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, I know I am not making a difference personally.
Yeah.
But the people that will make the difference are the people that are going to innovate rather than just accept, this is what I'm doing now because, Sorry, that was way off topic, and I went in deep. Go ahead. What are your thoughts, Frank? And you may not have any, but...
Well, my thoughts always circle back to the fact that not all animals are omnivores. No, wait, herbivores. Herbivores are only eating plants. Yeah,
but you are true. Not
all animals are herbivores.
Correct.
And right there lies the base scientific argument, in fact, of why I don't think we'll ever be able to
we got our canines
stop using animals to eat.
It's really shitty to say.
And
there is something.
Obviously, we can all survive on just plants. Like, we don't have to eat animals to survive.
I don't know if we could, though, dude. I don't know if we could.
Well, but okay, here's
a lot of people might die, man.
Okay, yeah, true. But you think about all the people who are like actual like legit vegans or vegetarians, and they truly only eat that stuff. Point in case that we can't. Sure, we could technically. We'd probably, if we really like went mass everybody doing that, we'd probably lose some people.
People would die.
But
I think
what I'm saying is I don't think we can ever get to that point of people all saying, oh, let's not use animals for our food in any way.
Yeah.
People will never get to that point because there are always going to be bears grabbing salmon. Mountain lions killing rabbits. There's always going to be animals eating other animals, which is always going to prove the fact that by the laws of nature, we're always going to be eating animals. And it's like, I feel like people get really pissed, and it's like they don't understand that like we're still hunting and gathering in a way. We just got extremely smart about it, extremely evil about it, extremely just diabolical. Like, call it whatever you want, but we just got good at it. And and that's the other thing. Like, people, like,
listen,
I love Michael Jordan for being the GOAT. Like, this goes back to Michael Jordan. But I also hate him for beating the Suns in our best opportunity we've had in our whole history of getting a championship.
Yeah.
I hate him for that. But at the same time, it's like, I understand that he was the fucking wolf and we were the prey.
Yeah.
And we were getting it's just the way it goes. I love
that. What is that? Is that an analogy or something like that?
I guess it is. But it's
that was beautiful.
I'm not going to sit here and get pissed that we got really fucking good at hunting. You know?
Well, think about this, right? The fact that we're sad about it, right? That people are sad about it.
Yeah.
Is only a thing because we are a conscious being.
Yes,
like we can feel things,
Yeah.
We can feel emotions.
Ooh, that's harsh.
We can evaluate things about our past, and we can evaluate things about other people, and and it's a blessing, but it's also like, it kind of sucks in a sense because you look at another human being and you're like, you're a shitty person, you know. Like, I do it all the time, And it's like a blessing, but it's a curse at the same time, It's like, if we really were this fucking smart and we didn't have consciousness to where we could evaluate another human being, nobody would care. Nobody would care, man. It'd be like, oh, this is great nutrition. This is great nutrition. This gives me a lot of fucking protein, a lot of nutrients. And guess what? It only takes this much space.
Yeah.
Like, this is highly efficient. when you hear about people living in the woods, like freaking Nat Geo or Discovery Channel has those shows where like they follow people that only live in the woods.
Yeah.
It's like the big deal is like getting meat. Like they have to find substance.
Oh yeah, when it comes to living in the wild, like meat is the most sustaining thing.
Yeah, and
like that's why Joe Rogan is able to brag about only eating meat.
Right.
Because
I mean, people brag about being vegan too.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying is that as human beings, we are the smartest living thing on our planet. So because of that, and because of the fact that we can eat both, like we can eat both living and we can eat both, animals and plants, we can eat both and survive on both.
Yeah.
We're going to do both.
And I think that's
because
the
we're
answer,
smart
man.
enough to do both.
Eating meat. And listen, there's always going to be those anecdotal cases where someone, they start eating meat and, oh my God, their life changes, blah, blah, blah. Or I went vegan and, oh my God, my life changed, blah, 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 blah. Listen, there's always going to be anecdotal cases.
Yeah. And
if you're talking about
everybody's dying.
being,
everybody's dying.
Yeah. Listen.
So it's like,
exactly.
Oh, this is killing him fast. Okay, well, he's also going to die too.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
sure,
you're going to die
he's
too.
dying slower, but he's also going to die. So
that's a
like,
good point.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing. We are meant to be omnivores. I love vegetables. I love meat.
Yeah.
Listen, you ask me what my...
This is why
you ask me what my favorite dinner is.
Hunters and gatherers.
Exactly. And
we
that's
had both.
What allowed us to
both.
expand. Listen, I'm taking a ribeye steak, high fat, high protein. I'm taking Brussels sprouts.
Yep.
I'm taking fucking sauteed onions, dude.
Get some potatoes
That is
in
my
there.
dinner.
Get any kind of potatoes
no
in there.
potatoes for me. Listen, that is my dinner right there.
Walk out.
I will take that shit in a glass
Ryan, you
of
don't
wine,
want any
maybe.
potatoes on that? You don't want any potatoes on that?
I don't want potatoes.
Are you fucking kidding me, Ryan?
I love...
You're talking meat and Brussels sprouts, and you're not trying to throw potatoes in there. You're
I'm
not
getting
trying...
my carbs from the Brussels sprouts, man. What do I need potatoes from? I'll take a half a sweet potato. I'll share it with Amanda. There we go.
And the fact he said sweet potato. God damn it.
They're way better than regular potatoes. In fact, they're way better for you too because they're more
You see me? I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking at myself. He just said sweet potatoes are better than regular potatoes. Whoa.
Do you not think that?
No. Ryan, are you fucking kidding me? You'd rather have sweet potato fries than fucking french fries?
Yes. Any day of the week, dude.
Fuck Ryan.
Any day of
Ryan
the
is
week.
officially a dad. He's officially a dad.
Get the fuck
Ryan
outta here.
is officially an adult.
Frank.
He's officially an adult. Because you know who thinks sweet potato fries are better than regular french fries? My parents. And they're the only people who I've ever met who have done that. So Ryan,
Guess what, Frank?
I hate to say it, you are ready to have a kid. It's a scary time. But
that is pretty surreal,
as soon
man.
as you start thinking sweet potato fries are better than regular fries,
I tell you what, Frank.
you are ready to bring life onto this
I
earth.
have been thinking that for years, so that's pretty surreal to me. You know who thinks that regular potatoes are better than sweet potatoes?
Who?
My dad.
God.
We've got a...
And this is why Ryan turned out so shitty. His dad was never ready to have him. No, I'm just kidding. He was never ready. No, I'm kidding. But no, I like your dad for that because it's obviously...
He's keeping me down, man.
You know what I think?
Because I look up to my dad.
It obviously... It all lands on the fact of, are you taking a bag of chocolate over a bag of salty chips? Are you taking a bag of sweets over a bag of salty?
No.
That's interesting. See, it's interesting that you like sweet potatoes better than regular potatoes, but you would take salty over sweet. Fascinating. Because I like salty over sweet any day, and that's why I like regular potatoes over sweet potato fries. Because it's literally the debate of salty versus sweet. Because I've had sweet potato many a times, and the reason why it's called sweet potato is because it is sweet.
But Frank...
And the reason why potatoes are called regular potatoes is because...
salty.
They're not salty, but they're made to be salty.
Well,
they're prepared to. Yes. Ryan, this is what I'm saying.
We gotta end this, bro. We gotta end this.
We gotta end this, though.
All right, everyone.
Everybody comment whether you like sweet potatoes or regular potatoes better, okay?
Please, God, do.
And let us know whether it is
Frank,
a debate of sweet or salty.
Cheers up. Everyone cheers. Hopefully you had a
Yeah, because this episode got kind of drunk. So I hope you guys were drinking along with us. Or substancing along with us. Whatever you do.
Wait for next week. We have a special surprise. Hopefully, it's not confirmed, but hopefully we have a special surprise.
If it's not next, it will be the one after that. But coming very soon, we will have a special surprise.
Let us know what your favorite sweet potato is. Also, let us know who's the GOAT.
What your favorite sweet potato is. Ryan means to say, let us know whether you like potatoes or sweet potatoes better.
Correct. Who's the GOAT also?
Yeah.
You got 3 options.
Who is your GOAT?
I don't want any outside shots.
Now, by the way, I'm prepared. Any GOAT of any sport. I think MJ's the GOAT of all sports just because he went 6 for 6 at the top.
You're saying any sport.
I think he's the GOAT of all sports because of the 6 for 6 at the top. He's 6 for 6 in his final stage of the sport he played.
How are you going to mention that now, man?
I'm sorry. I'm just going to throw it out there now, Ryan, because I feel like it's hard to go undefeated in the finals.
Please mention your favorite GOAT of all time. You got a plethora of options here.
So many athletes.
So many great athletes.
And by the way, when you're talking greatest of all time, it's all opinion. It's all opinion. So say who you want, okay? Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.